What's up? I'm Mike, N2MAK, and this is my VHF Go Kit. I use it when I'm on the road, whether it's for work or personal travel. Let's take a look and see what's inside. All right, so my car is a 2004 Subaru Outback. I've actually just had it for a few months, and I haven't gotten around to doing a mobile install yet. I always have an HT on hand, but when I'm on the road, I definitely want something more. The HT is enough for the local repeaters, and I don't really talk on the radio too much because I have a short commute, but let's take a look, see what's inside this thing, and I'll show you how I use it when I'm on the road. First of all, I got this from Gigaparts. It was a freebie when I purchased a DigiRig a while back, and it works out good for this. So let's take a look and see what's inside. So first up, my radio. This was my first HT, the Yaesu FT4XR. Definitely think that this is a great radio for beginners. Antenna is this is the glow-in-the-dark signal stick, and let's just set that down and come back to that. So primarily when I'm on the road, sometimes I'm in my car, sometimes I'm in my wife's car. Lots of times for work I travel and I'm using a rental car. So this is one of the B&C window clip, and I'll show you how we set it up. It's going to go onto it's going to clip onto the window. The antenna can clip there. And then here's the coax that's going to go inside the car. This is the Yaesu speaker mic, and I'll come to it later because I got some headphones in there. There is a port on the bottom where you can actually plug in headphones too. So if you want to use the mic to talk, but you want to just listen through headphones instead of the speaker. And unfortunately, the 4XR uses different connectors than your standard Baofeng, so you're going to have to get the Yaesu speaker mic. You're not going to be able to use any of the cheaper Baofengs, but this is a much better quality. Okay, this is the stock charging cradle that came with it. And speaking of charging, this is an extra battery. And this is a battery replacement. If I want to take the battery off, put this on and plug it into the power port cigarette lighter in the car, I can run it off that. Then this particular case, it's got Velcro, and I can adjust it however, and then you'll see some of these are just like the silica gel packets. Rather than throw them out, I just put them in there, make sure everything stays dry. Let's take a look and see what's in this top compartment. So this here is a charging cable. It's a USB charging cable that I can use for the actual charging cradle. So I can simply plug it in there, and then instead of plugging it into the wall, if I want to plug this into, say, a power bank or the USB outlet in the car, I could actually do that. Set that aside. This is just some, I won't go through all of them, but there's just some adapters in here, depending on what the situation is. Try to use B&C as often as I can, but there's some SMA adapters and everything in there. This, just a standard wall wart charger, so that whether it's charging the actual HT, or if I want to use it for charging some accessories, which I'll get to a little bit later. This is stock rubber duck antenna. Got some headphones. This is what I was talking about before. I can actually plug these in to the speaker mic if I want to listen, not be disruptive to others, but be able to have the speaker mic available to talk. I can do that. Come back to the shoelace a little bit later. These are fantastic for whatever radio you have. I definitely recommend get the nifty manuals. They're waterproof, and they're real small. They're right to the point. If I need to manually program something and I forgot how to do it, this is a great reference guide to have. Probably don't need it, but I got a copy of my license, and that'll do it, except for the shoestring. So, and again, I'll come back to that. There are a couple things I generally put in here that are not in here, and one of which is, this is the Ed Fong roll-up J-pole for 2 meters and 70 centimeters. I usually keep this with my ICOM 705 in the pack for that, but if I feel the need to, I'll actually bring it along for the ride, and that can fit in there as well. That'll fit in there no problem when the HT isn't in there. And then I don't have a really good solution for storage yet for the this is the MobiLink TNC4, but generally I will take this will be laying around the house, and then I will put the TNC in the pack, and then I have cables. I got cables for a bunch of different radios, whether it's the Yaesu, the ICOM, the Baofeng, and I got the charging cables there, so I can use the wall wart that I showed earlier to charge the TNC if I want to. But I got that available for APRS and for WinLink. Oh, and you're still probably wondering about the shoelace. This is just like an extra shoelace. I threw it in there one time. It's come in handy if I need to put the Ed Fong roll-up J-pole into, up and hang it up in a hotel room by a window or something. So I always have one of the S-Beaner clips on there and stuff, but sometimes that's helpful for tying it off on something if I'm setting it up in a hotel room or whatever. Let me get this everything packed back up in here to show you how it fits, and then we'll set up the window clip antenna, and I'll show you how that works. All right, it's that simple. Just put the connector on, and then I can turn on the radio, and I am good to go. I'll test it real quick. N2 MAK testing. I don't know how good that's going to sound since I don't have the mic up, but it's clearly making it into the repeater no problem, and whatnot. But yeah, this works good. Sometimes I'm just lazy. I'll leave it in the front seat. I do have a couple cup adapters that I can use if I want to keep the HT mounted there. I can use the speaker mic if I want to. I found with this one, I just prefer to just actually grab the radio if I need to. Most of the time, I'm just monitoring 146.52 when I'm on the road for a long trip. And sometimes I'll even just... you can see there where I had the other one. I'll just clip it on there. I don't need to see it because I'm just listening to 146.52. I'll have it turned up loud and set to squelch accordingly. And if I hear something break it, then I'll go ahead and see if I can make a contact, or if I'm passing through, a major city and whatnot. I often travel from Rochester to Albany, so if I'm going through Syracuse or Utica, I'll call out on 146.52, and sometimes you actually get lucky and make a contact, like I did on my last road trip just a week or two ago. Sometimes no one's there, or again, I'm just using an HT with 5 watts and a window clip antenna, so I'm pretty compromised, but surprisingly, it's got the job done more than enough times. All right, that'll do it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you find it useful, and maybe it gives you an inspiration for some of the gear that you might want to pack in a small go kit for a VHF and UHF when you're on the road. Usually when I'm traveling, I like to at least try to check into some local repeaters, see if I can make a local contact. I certainly, like I was just saying, like to call out on 146.52, see if I can make some contacts when I'm mobile and on the road. And when I get to a hotel or wherever my destination is, I always like to, beacon out on APRS, see if I can get out there and try to check in through WinLink and see if I can hit any of the nearby WinLink gateways. With an HT, 5 watts, certainly compromised, but the signal stick's a good antenna, and the Edfong roll-up J-pole certainly helps in certain situations. So there you have it. If you like this sort of video, please click like, subscribe to my channel. If you got comments or questions about any of the gear, anything you saw, please leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to respond. I'm Mike, N2MAK, 73.